Dude, so just doing this video with you has not been a curse, but like it's just taken a while to get to here because I don't know, either our schedules didn't line up or one of us forgot or just something crazy always happened.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I know,
Yeah. No,
but I'm glad to be here.
I'm so happy to have you here, man. I love doing these videos and just kind of relaxing and talking with some friends that I've met through YouTube. For those who don't know, this is Dan from the Upside Dan on YouTube. And as I just mentioned, we've been talking back and forth for the last couple months. He's part of the Cinema Squad, which is by the time this video comes out, you guys will have already made your triumphant return for season two. So on Friday, you're going to keep it on Fridays, right?
Yep. Yes.
Okay, so Fridays they start at like 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So he does that on top of his own YouTube channel. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how I found you, is through the Cinema Squad because of Anthony and Sean and John and all of them.
Nice. Nice.
By the time this video comes out, Halloween is going to have already passed us. But I was hoping it was okay if we still stick to the Halloween theme just a little bit, just because when we are recording this video, it's right around the corner. It's just days away.
Yes. Yeah. No, I'm totally okay with that. I love Halloween. So.
That was going to be my question. Are you big on Halloween? Are you big on watching horror specifically right before leading up to Halloween? Do you have like a routine, certain movies that you need to watch?
This year it's been all over the place. Like last year was my first. It was like my first month on YouTube. I started the end of September, and so October I did a lot of horror movie reviews and stuff, and I like decorated all this. But this year I have not been. I have not been doing that great. Even my horror movie watching, I haven't watched that much as I usually would. But yeah, no, usually I do. I was just watching The Ring actually,
Oh yeah.
again. So yeah. But yeah, no, I definitely try to at least. And on the day, hopefully, I think I'm off, so I'll just watch a bunch of horror movies probably.
So like take me back to like, I don't know, 10-year-old Dan. What type of movies around Halloween were you watching?
Oh, I mean, I didn't get into horror till probably high schoolish area,
Yeah.
middle high school. So 10-year-old day. I mean, I watched like Halloween Town, Under Wraps on Disney Channel, and like all the Halloween episodes of Disney channels and Nickelodeon. So I was really into all of that, but I wasn't really into horror, like I am now. Now it's one of my favorite genres. So yeah, so really it would be like Halloween Town.
I
Yeah.
think that maybe I misworded the word horror for a 10-year-old. Maybe more spooky is the correct term. Because when I think of like a 10-year-old watching Halloween movies, I'm thinking like Beetlejuice, uh, not Bride of Frankenstein. What's the Corpse
Of course.
Bride?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Nightmare.
of like stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I actually hadn't watched Beetlejuice till recently-ish, like last year, I believe. Whenever it came out in that 4K set, that's when I first watched Beetlejuice for the very first time.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding?
No. Um, um,
Oh, that's
oh,
crazy.
oh, you have the poster behind you. Yeah. Yeah. I had seen snippets of it when I was younger. I barely remembered it though. So maybe I did see it before, but it wasn't enough. I remembered it, where I remembered it.
What
So,
would you
but
think about it?
I liked it. I liked it a lot actually. I would definitely keep watching it. I haven't watched it this year. I think it was last year that I watched it.
Huh.
I don't know, 2020 and 2021 just has felt like so long. So I don't. Whenever that 4K set came out is when I watched it. Yeah, The Corpse Bride I saw in theaters though. Nightmare Before Christmas I used to watch, and yeah.
What about like, so like Gremlins is technically a kid's film, but I rewatched it about 2 years ago and I hadn't seen it in a while. And it was kind of way darker than I remembered. And I was thinking to myself, man, like this is supposed to be for kids. And I don't know, like it was kind of creepier and darker and scarier than I remembered. What do you think about that? Do you remember Gremlins fondly or what?
Yeah, no, I really like Gremlins. I actually just watched it again a couple of years ago too, whenever the 4K set of that came out. Um, and I liked it. Yeah, no, it's a weird kids movie. It's
Yeah.
it's a mean thing. I mean, a lot of kids movies are like. that sometimes, you like, was this really for kids? Like I don't know. But no, I really like Gremlins. I'm a big fan. I have not seen Gremlins 2 in a while, but I remember liking it. Um,
Yeah, I was talking last night on the Only Film Fans podcast we were recording for today's episode, and Brad was asking me about like Charlie Brown, and I didn't expect him to bring that up. And that's one that like, I mean, we all pretty much all three of us came to the conclusion that Charlie Brown maybe um like it's a good movie, but it's not like one of our go-to favorites. How do you feel about that?
no, yeah, I agree. Like, my mom's was a huge Brown fan, and I mean, I liked it. I watched like the specials and stuff, but even like the Christmas one, Thanksgiving one, Halloween one have never really been staples for me. But I like them, yeah. But yeah, same with you guys. It's not really my go-to for around any of the holidays.
Yeah, another one that I probably am going to get in a little bit of hot water for, because everyone loves this movie. And I'm not saying I hate it. I'm just saying it's not one that, like, if I don't watch it, my world's not going to end for Halloween, is Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, no, that's another one I just recently watched for the first time, probably a few years ago now. I liked it, but yeah, it's not I haven't watched it since but I like it. I can understand why a lot of people like love it because it's nostalgic, but for me, it wasn't nostalgic because I just watched it a couple years ago. But I like it. I can see it being a staple for some people, but yeah, no, it's not a go-to for me really even.
So, what are some movies that if you don't watch them during the Halloween season, like it just doesn't feel like Halloween?
I try to watch Halloween 1978, or Halloween 2018, or both. I but I don't watch them every year even. I do like them. I don't I like 1978. I don't love it as much as like everyone seems to, but I do like it. And I like 2018, and I even liked Halloween Kills Enough. Trick or Treat is one of my favorite Halloween movies, and I think it's a better Halloween movie than Halloween. And that's almost a staple for me. I don't even watch that every year though, but I definitely want to watch it again this year. But it's like one of my favorite underrated horror movies.
I did watch it because the last like month and a half, I've heard Trick or Treat come up a bunch of times. I've had people telling me to watch it because I'd never seen it. And I was supposed to do a My Movie Virginity review for it. And I guess I still can. I guess it's not too late. I mean, I'll just tell you, it was it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like I
Yeah.
don't need to ever watch this movie. I'm never gonna watch it again.
Oh wow.
That's
Yeah. No. Wow. Yeah. No, I really like it. But
yeah.
yeah.
I heard people telling me that it was like Pulp Fiction, how the stories kind of like connect throughout the movie, and I like that concept. But the difference between that and Pulp Fiction is at the end of Pulp Fiction, you're satisfied with how it ends, and I just really wasn't satisfied with the way that they tried to tie everything together. So yeah, maybe I should do a review on it, but yeah, it was just one that I just wasn't really able to get into. This is totally going to be super late by the time this comes out, but it's not super late for what it is now. And I would like to get your insight on it because you're a very smart dude. Is the Alec Baldwin situation? Can we talk about that for a sec?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't even know where to start because there's just like there's a couple questions that I want to ask and kind of to start the ball rolling on this. But I guess the first thing I want to ask is, do you think that Hollywood is going to change the way they make movies now? So we'll just start with that and then see where the rest of this discussion ends up. So do you think that the process of movie making is going to change a little bit, or do you think that this type of stuff doesn't happen often enough that it's going to catch the people up top?
Uh, See, I'm on both camps because it happened with Brandon Lee so many years ago.
Mhm.
Bruce Lee's son. Nothing really changed, obviously, because it happened again. But like you said, it doesn't happen that often. But at the same time, it shouldn't happen like on a film set at all. I know some things in film sets are dangerous. Stunt people obviously have a dangerous job, but it shouldn't be something to worry about for the cinematographer, from a prop gun. And I do think that there should be some changes because I don't think there's even a reason to have a gun that actually shoots something on set. especially if in the scene you're aiming it at a human being or animal or whatever. But I don't know. So I would like them to change, but I
Well,
don't
what
know.
do you think would change? Like, what would you change about that process? Would you just say, um, like no actual guns on set, or like what would you say?
Yeah, something like that. Because they could probably CGI bullets and stuff, right? I mean,
They could, yeah,
yeah,
but
they could make.
would that make it a little bit more expensive then on the budget?
Yeah, true. I don't know what they would do then. Because I know you want realism, and I mean, some actors even like I forgot who I said it, but some actors just like the feel that it actually feels like a gun,
Hmm.
you know, the weight of a gun, and I don't know what they would change. You shouldn't expect to die, or at your job.
When he didn't go to work expecting that to happen, and I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see a new movie from him for a while, if he kind of just chills out with his family and like not decompresses, but just like reflects on everything that happened. And then him saying going forward, like, I'm only doing, I can honest, he's older, he's like in his 70s. So I can literally, I wouldn't be surprised if he did a press release in like a month or whatever and been like, I'm not doing any more action movies. I'm only doing kids movies and animated movies for the rest of my career. Like I can totally see him doing that. I can't talk about Dune because I haven't seen the movie, so that wouldn't be fair for me to talk about it. But what we can talk about is science fiction movies. So some people, I've seen reviews, I've read reviews, I've watched reviews. Some people are saying that this is like the best science fiction movie in like the last couple years, and some have even gone further than that and said like the last decade. So like I mean, from someone that has seen it without giving me any spoilers, like where do you think that that's relatable or what?
Yeah, I do think it's relatable because I'm actually not a huge sci-fi, like slow burn sci-fi kind of like this
Neither
slow
am I.
burn epics. Yeah, so like I didn't really, it looked beautiful, but I didn't really like Blade Runner 2049. But I thought it was like a great visual looking movie. But for this one, that's why I said I surprisingly liked this one. I surprisingly liked Dune, really liked it, and it's I mean, it's one of the better sci-fi ones I've seen, and it did better than I think expected at the box office.
Yeah, for a movie releasing on HBO Max the same day, which when they first made that announcement that they were going to do that, I was super excited because I was like, yeah, I can watch these movies at home if I really don't want to go out. But now it's like I think that they're regretting doing that decision
Yeah,
because the movies that don't go to streaming same day are doing like so much better.
yeah, definitely. I think I heard that this was the best performing one out of them, but I feel like The
Well, like
Conjuring.
that's like out of like 9 movies. That's not good. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do it next year. And I've been kind of like warning my dad because he's all in on staying at home to watch these movies. And when he calls me up for like specific movies and he's like, "Is it gonna be on HBO Max?" That's the first thing he always says. And when I tell him, "Well, is it owned by Warner Brothers? If it's not, then you're not gonna see it on HBO Max." And he's like, "Oh, well then I'm just gonna wait. I'm not seeing it in the theater." And I have to keep reminding him that next year they're not doing this with all their movies. Like he has to go to the theater if he wants to see Batman. So I'm trying to like ease him into that to get back into the mindset of going to the theater.
Yeah, and it's hard even for like me who loves going to the theater. I also kind of there's times when I don't want to go to the theater because I've been so used to watching them at home. But for movies like Dune, I think is definitely a theater experience.
That's what I keep hearing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not meet you when you first started doing YouTube. So can you take me back how many years? A year and a half, 2 years?
Yeah, so September of last year. So
Okay.
about a
Take
little
me
over a year.
back, take me back September of last year to pre-YouTube Dan on why you were like, you know what, I'm gonna start doing YouTube, all that fun stuff. So take me back a year and a half. Let's go into a story time.
Yeah, that's a good question. So I don't know. I mean, I've always loved movies. I've always loved film. I was really into blockbusters, and bigger movies like that. And then, kind of when I started my channel, I started getting more into indies. but anyway, that just my love of film, and it was just COVID, so we were doing less. We weren't going out as much, so I wanted something to do, and I was like, I love writing reviews. Sometimes I'll write them on my Facebook before I started the channel, and I'm like, oh, I like writing them. And then I would watch people like Chris Duckman. He's my biggest inspiration and my favorite YouTuber probably, and Jeremy Johns and Sean Chandler was actually a big inspiration for me. And I don't watch the bigger YouTubers so much anymore. I usually watch all Chris Duckman's, but I still watch some of them. But Austin Burke has become kind of another one of a person I look up to. But Sean Chandler kept talking about he was starting this course to teach YouTubers how to grow a geeky YouTube channel, a nerdy YouTube channel. And I was like, what if I made a YouTube channel? And I signed up for that course. That's how I met Sean from Lost in the Reel. And yeah, the rest is history. I just started, and I just sat down at my phone and made videos, and I had a lot of fun doing it. And it's the most motivation I've had to do anything for this long in my life, pretty much. Like, I never stick to things. But yeah, no, I'm definitely happy that I did it.
Where do you see your channel going with in the next year? Let's say the next year.
Oh, so I don't know. I would love to get more screeners. I do get some sometimes. Probably won't happen in a year, but I would love to go to like movie premieres and stuff, like with the cast and stuff. But that's a long-term goal. It could though. I mean, I've seen YouTubers, it happens real quick for them. But yeah, I don't know. I just grow more, get more subscribers, meet more people in this community, because it's just a great community. I never expected to be so supportive, and I love supporting people, and I love their supportive back. So it's really cool. So I just want to grow and meet new people.
Nice. All right, let's stick on the story time thing. I like this. How did you get involved with the Cinema Squad?
So Sean and I met, like I said, through that Sean Chandler course, and then Sean and I were talking a lot, like almost every day. And then he introduced me to John from Mana Movies, and we were actually with Brad. You probably know all the story. Brad was part of the Cinema Squad too, and we got Joe, just people that we saw, and Anthony, and we started it, and we decided. I think John and Sean came up with the idea, and they were talking about starting something, like this, like a group. And I was like one of the first on their mind, and then we got everyone else, and then Jason Anthony came after. But yeah, no, that was pretty much it. It was their idea, Sean and John's.
And you hate being part of it, right?
Yep, it's the worst. No, I love
it. When are we gonna get a in-person Cinema Squad video?
Yeah, I'm hoping. I really want to meet everyone. I can't wait to meet everyone, and even you and all my supporters. I would love to I wish we could all just, I don't know, get together on a big vacation.
Yeah.
And yeah, that would be so much fun. But yeah, I don't know, but I hope soon.
Well, hopefully me and Man of Movies can link up within the next couple weeks. Him and I both had tried to do it in October, but October just became too busy of a month.
Yeah.
So I think that we're gonna try again for November and see if we can meet up for a beer and a movie or something. So we'll see. But it's been crazy this last year. I've been doing YouTube exactly a year now, and it's been just crazy how many new friends I've made and how many people are supportive. And I can literally text someone at any part of the day and talk about movies, because there's people that live in different time zones. So that to me is just awesome, because I can't do that with my friends in real life. They don't care.
Yep. That was another reason I actually started this too, because it's I wanted to talk to people that I could talk about a movie for the whole runtime of the movie. I just want to talk about movies. But, friends, the regular people, they don't talk for that long about movies. And I just love. Oh, wait, what Funko Pop is that on the top shelf?
That is a They Live Funko Pop of the alien.
Oh, okay.
This is one of my favorites, actually.
So I have not seen They Live.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one, the black and white one's a little more expensive. But yeah, I love this movie. So
Yeah,
that is something that's starting to get out of control is my Funko Pops.
mine too. I stopped.
I haven't gotten a new one in a while.
I got Paul from Dune, but
You got to
before
do
that, a lot. I hadn't got like any in a while either. Um,
I got like storage bins, and this is a spare bedroom that I'm in. I got storage bins, and I got them in the closet of my spare bedroom because I swapped the stuff out. But dude, I got too many.
yeah,
I'll admit that.
yeah, it's crazy. I have to start saving money, so I can't. But I want like everything.
Yeah, no, so do I. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your favorite movie? I don't think I know that.
Favorite movie like ever?
Yeah,
Or
because I had you on the podcast, and I don't know if that question came up or not. Because if it did, I'm totally blanking.
no, I don't think it did. So Jurassic Park is probably my
That's your
favorite movie.
favorite?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that one that you'll watch like a couple times a year? Like it
I
just
haven't.
never gets old?
No, yes, but I have not watched it actually this year. Last year I watched it. Yeah, and I also it's not as good obviously, but I also like Jurassic World. I don't care. I have
I
fun
do
with it.
too. I,
Yeah,
I like Fallen Kingdom also.
I don't mind Fallen Kingdom either. And Jurassic Park 2 is okay. Jurassic Park 3, yeah.
I
Um,
don't like number two.
the two's just I don't know, okay for what it was, and then I did not like 3 really. I'm excited for Dominion though. And yeah, I don't know. And I hope that they do, even though I don't know if I could do this. Like, you know how like Avengers, they did like all the Marvel movies in theaters. That's too much for me, even though I love Marvel. But I'm hoping they do like all the Jurassic World movies or all the Jurassic Park movies in World or whatever, for when the new one comes out. But
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know with COVID if they'd even do that anymore.
Well,
Because
we still do have like 7 or 8 months until it comes out. So you never know where the world's going to be in 8 months. Everything could be better or everything could be a lot worse. I really don't know.
yeah. Wait, so Evil Dead is your favorite?
Specifically number two, but yes, that franchise is
Yeah.
my favorite. Yeah.
I haven't watched. I haven't even seen Army of Darkness yet. But or actually the remake. So I hear the remake's actually pretty good though.
Dude, the remake is sick, man. It's awesome. Yeah. Have you seen Evil Dead and 1 and 2 though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Army of Darkness is good. That was my first entry into it, because Army of Darkness is a lot lighter in tone. So I was like 10 when I started watching them. So Army of Darkness I watched when I was like 10, and then around like 11, maybe 11 and a half, I started doing Evil Dead 2. And I'm gonna send you guys a picture for the Cinema Squad challenge of the costume contest. So I have an Ash costume. So I'm gonna take a picture or a video. I haven't decided yet of me wearing that for you guys. And then I'm also going to submit when I was 11 wearing the costume so that you guys can see the difference in years. I can't even pull up the math in my head. 13-year difference. I don't know.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool. So you watched Ash vs. the Evil Dead then?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I've seen the series a couple times. Yeah.
yeah, I haven't watched it. But I hear it's good.
Yeah. It's on Netflix.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I might give it a shot.
Yeah. Check it out.
Yeah.
All right, Dan. Well, I'm gonna let you get going. Dude, thank you so much for being on. Thank you for being very patient with my schedule.
Yes, and same to you. Thank you for
Yeah.
having me. Been great.
I love talking about movies. Go ahead and let everyone know one more time where you're from, where we can find you. Talk about the Cinema Squad one more time if you want. All that good stuff.
Okay. So I'm Dan from the Upside Dan. And I've been doing some Halloween skits, little shorts kind of leading up to Halloween and leading up to the Halloween special, which will have already aired by the time you see this. But definitely check out the Halloween special. It's the Cinema Squad's big return. And the Cinema Squad, we just love to, talk movies and talk with you guys, and you guys can ask us questions, and we answer them. We have a fun time. It's usually every Friday night we do a stream. Sometimes we'll take breaks here and there. But then I have I'm going to work on a Dune review at some point, and I have Halloween Kills, a spoiler and a spoiler-free review. So definitely go check me out and check the Cinema Squad out.
All right, man. Well, thanks one more time for being on, and I will talk to you later.
Bye.
Snauwers get het ergens op,